What do we see down here?
Uh-oh.
Right here. Yep, there's another one. 2 more. Yep, there's some more. They're definitely trying to do something.
Good morning here at Solitude Acres. We are getting ready to dive into the hives. It has been a wet and rainy past few weekends, so we finally have a nice morning that is really sunny and not too windy. So last night Dad looked into 2 of the hives, and he's going to give you an update about the status of those 2. As with beekeeping, you never know what the bees are going to do. You can kind of monitor their behavior, but sometimes they just do things that's a little bit unexpected. So we're kind of feeling out where we're at. We're going to go in the other 2 hives this morning though and check out the status of them. If you saw one of our most recent videos of us digging into the hives, things looked really good at that time. So what we're having to do is just kind of reevaluate what we're going to need to do. Once he's done getting the smoker ready, he's going to chat for just a second and give you an update on those 2 hives that he looked at last night, and then we're going to show you what's in the other 2.
Okay, as Kira said, last night I got into the yellow and the blue hive just to see how they were doing. The plan was to put Formic Pro on both of them.
Which is what again?
A mite treatment.
Okay.
Put Formic Pro on them and put a new frame of green drum comb in there, replacing one of the other frames. When I got into the yellow hive, looked great, took it all the way down, lots of bees. They had stores, they were bringing a lot of pollen that they had stored up in there. There was still honey in there. They were actually building the frames out, building out comb on the top super, which means they're getting ready to bring a lot of stuff in. So kind of preparing them for the flow, which if it hasn't already started at the beginning, it's coming now. And then as I went down in, seeing everything was fine, put the Formic Pro on, closed it all back up. And then when I got to the blue hive, I've been concerned the last couple of days because it didn't seem to have anywhere near the amount of bees going in and out as the other hives did. And 2 weekends ago, even last weekend, there was a lot of bees flying around there. I was going in expecting I didn't know what. Get in there, there was very spotty, capped brood in there. Didn't see the larva or not much, very little, and it didn't look like, it was kind of getting dark, so I couldn't really tell how new it was. But obviously very spotty concerns me. I never did see the queen, but that's here nor there at this point. Just the combination of not seeing a queen and not seeing larvae in there and really low on brood, capped brood, concerned me. There was 2 or 3 queen cells in there about that big, which really aren't big enough to build out anything, and they were capped, so I checked one of them, there was nothing in it. So obviously they were maybe practicing to swarm. So now I don't know if they actually swarmed, something happened to the queen, and there wasn't time for them to get a new queen. So we're looking into maybe getting another queen. Unfortunately, I probably can't get one until next week. So today what we may do is see if we can find some day-old eggs in one of these other hives on a frame with some brood, stick it in there and see if they'll start building out some queen cells out of that, if that's the problem. Maybe she's in there and for some reason she just stopped. Obviously I didn't put Formic Pro on that. All I did was I moved a frame from the yellow hive over that had brood in it, cat brood in it. So at least there's another generation of frame basically on both sides that they can start being born in there and keep the hive level up. So today we're going to get in the other 2 hives, the white hive and the pink hive, and basically do the same thing, do inspection, look for queen cells. Probably going to add Formic Pro to them, probably just 1 patty this time, because when I did 2 last night, I had a fair amount of dead bees on the yellow hive this morning, so maybe 2 is too strong. Well, the literature says anywhere between 1,500, maybe 2,000. Problem is you may also lose your queen. Not necessarily, but sometimes that can be a problem if she's weaker. And we obviously don't want to do that this time of year because that's going to put us way behind. So I may do Formic Pro, I don't know. We'll see what we see when we get into the hive. Other than that, we're definitely going to put a frame of drone comb in there, the green drone comb. So let's go get into the hives and let's see what we got. Okay, let's see what they're doing up here. I'm not going to feed them anymore, I don't think.
No.
I'm going to get rid of anything we got. So there's honey. This is our super. So there's honey in there capped. See if she's even laying up here. Hopefully she's not. I can put a super on. She normally won't cross that to go lay more eggs up top in another super, so that's a plus. So far no eggs, but I wouldn't expect that on the outside.
stuff at the bottom.
She has laid here. So they're obviously getting it from the bottom. See those drone cells?
Mm-hmm.
So there's drone cells on there. That's probably because these are sitting so close to the other that they build it out, so she laid in it. This is the one I'm wondering about. This one and the next one. Yeah, she's got drones up here. What do we see down here?
Uh-oh.
Right here. Nothing in there because it's on the bottom. Most likely it's a swarm cell. Yep, there's another one. 2 more. I don't see anything in there, but they're definitely making some. We've either got to give more room and hope they don't swarm, or we may have to do a split. Yep, there's some more. They're definitely trying to do something.
Y'all are hearing a strong buzzing. There's one directly trying to get at my head.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get the smoker to stay lit, so we're going smokeless today, which is always a fun challenge. Putting this on that box behind me.
Nothing.
Yeah, this is the frame we put in there for them to build out, so.
And they haven't been yet.
Nope. And I think this is the same way. See, they're starting a little bit of building out on this one.
They're getting a little bit more upset.
I'll get really upset here in a little bit. See the cat brood.
Still spotty though, isn't it?
Let me see if we see the queen. Okay, I don't see a queen. But you can see the cat brood. There's a little bit there of cat brood, but not a whole lot. See, so this frame's probably hatching out. There's a lot of pollen in here.
So they're doing the right thing. They're doing the burden outside, the food, and like throwing stuff on the inside.
Yep. Yeah, there's cat in there. So this,
Is that the queen?
no.
No, it's a drone.
He's so big.
Yeah, there's definitely some drones in here.
Swarm cells.
A lot of pollen. There is brood on this end. So, see, this is a frame that she had fully laid, and there, as it hatches, they're backfilling it. And remove that one that they're not doing anything to. Stick the new green drone comb in here. The thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to lift this up, see if we see any swarm cells in the bottom of it. It's always fun getting these, because this hadn't been apart in a while. So what we do here is, all we got to do is take this, pull it forward. This is where they're going to get feisty. And then we got Earl over here. So what we're looking for is swarm cells down here, which I don't see any. There actually is a green drone comb in here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this one out because this is an old one. You want to grab it.
Bees. Okay. Calm down. It is full? It looks empty to me.
Heavy.
They are like attacking my head.
There's what it's like when you get the bee stirred up.
I don't know if y'all can see, but they're like hitting my head constantly right now.
So we're just going to put this back together.
I won't get out of the way. I won't get out of the way. Yay, good job.
Bring it here then quickly.
Gabriel got the smoker.
Okay, get the edges. Take them down. Probably need to put a box in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one frame out of here that they've already got some stores in. I'm going to make it be a lure basically in this box that we're going to stick on top. We'll take that frame and stick it in there. They can work on that. They think they got more space. This will lure them up there because there's honey in stores up there. And hopefully they'll start working on that.
Get away, bee. Get.
She's on my face.
Sorry.
It was okay. We always smell like we're at a campfire when we're out here.
And so did her too.
Do you see her? She's coming up again.
I have many different moves with the smoker, spin smoke, and the choo-choo train.
You're putting the screen on to give them what?
Well, I don't need the feeder on there anymore, so this will give them a little bit more airflow. Okay, so now we're going to open up this one. I've got to be a little bit careful because this feeder was on here, so I don't want to spill that into the hive too much. I know some of it's going to go in there. We're going to do the same thing we did in the pink hive. Just kind of go through the whole hive quick, see what we got going on, see if there's anything we got to address.
Oof. Sticky.
I knew that was going to happen. Let's see if they're building this out yet.
A little bit?
A little. Which is why I put these in here and why I started feeding these early was because I was trying to get them to build this out. Yeah, they're starting to build it out a little bit. Not as much as I would think by now, but this one they've actually stored stuff in. So we're probably going to take that feeder off. That one's full of comb. Look how they're lining up here to get that sugar water. She's actually laid up here.
There's eggs.
Right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's eggs in there. Well, there's larvae in there.
Did you want them to lay up there?
Not necessarily. Yeah, and they filled this one up too. Trying to see if I see her anywhere. Bottom should be a swarm cell. That should be a superseed cell. And we'll put undrawn up here tomorrow. So we know she's in there. I definitely can't see eggs, but I never see eggs with my eyes.
Building it out.
Drone cells. No, there's some cat food.
Oh, yeah. That's good?
That's good. She's going crazy. Can you see it good?
Mm-hmm.
See if we can find her. Yeah, it's a mix of drone and worker bees. Yeah, the hive that went into winter and fall that we were scared of is probably the most robust hive we got now. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see look for a bee that's moving the most, because she usually keeps scooting.
I see some pollen on their legs.
Yeah. More. Tons.
Wow. Does this mean they need more space?
Well, I'll probably put another box on top, see if that helps, and really watch them. We'll see what's going on in the bottom here in a second. I just want to check one more frame. She's definitely laying. So the ones that don't have fur on them, those are older bees, because over time it comes off. So we're going to take this box off. That's heavy. I'm probably going to check first.
Do you need your holder?
Probably. See, these are two of the other ones I want to get out at some point and clean up. Let them build out fresh.
Nectar.
Now, whether that's nectar we fed them or whether that's nectar they're bringing in, I don't know. That's why I gotta get these feeders off. And again, if you can see this, that's drone. See how it's bubbled up? That's drone comb, and all this flat stuff is worker bees. See the pollen? Yeah, there's larvae in there too. That's what I need to do first, is shake it down. Got a bee?
She's crawling. She wants to go up in there.
We always get those hitchhike bees. Got a tear in my glove. That's good. The bees didn't find it. We went through both these hives, the white hive and the pink hive. Found some very small, again, looks like practice swarming cells that we eliminated. Both hives have bees in them. The white hive is actually going gangbusters now. They've got a lot of larvae, a lot of cat brood. So we took one of those that had very young larvae in there, probably some eggs, I just couldn't see. And we moved that over to the blue hive to see if there isn't a queen in there, maybe they'll build one, get one started. So we'll check that at some point in another week or so, or we'll maybe buy another queen. We added frames to the pink box, in a box actually up top, so they have more space. I guess I'm still leery about splitting since I can't ever seem to find the queen and I need to move her over. So I'm just kind of building up and hoping they don't swarm, but we may have to still do that. We're just gonna have to somehow find the queens. We didn't see one queen today. We saw results of queen in both those boxes. Again, we're at the end, up on the end of our first year beekeeping, still learning, as I'm sure any of you are that are in your first or second years. Enjoy the journey. There's a lot to learn. Talk to people, watch YouTube videos of quality people, not fly-by-nights, and there's a lot of quality ones out there. You'll know who they are by the views they get. Some are regional, some are across the nation that you can find that relate to wherever. I would encourage you to try and find people, if you're gonna watch YouTube, find people that are more in your region. That way, at least when they're talking about spring flow or things going on, it's more related to your area. No, there's gonna be frustrations and you make adjustments as you go. If you have questions you can't get, go find some answers from somebody. Or you just try things based on what you're hearing, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you've learned. Hope you have a blessed day, and thanks again for watching.